Welcome to once again to Riding Tiger with Arijit, and today I have got an amazing friend of mine. His name is also Arijit, but he is Datta. I am Bhattacharya. Well, before I start Riding Tiger, this is episode number 63, and the concept of Riding Tiger is pretty simple. When you start your life, when you start your entrepreneurial life, you adopt a cup. You start feeding it with milk. Eventually, you have an opportunity to grow probably a puma, or maybe it can become a Royal Bengal tiger, but now it's hungry. And you need to feed it with not milk, but raw meat. And that meat is money. And when you need to understand how to feed money, you need to try that science of feeding money with few bit of dilution so that your tiger doesn't become fatty or it doesn't become slow. If you can't feed it, it's going to kill him. But yeah, one of the finest point is I have got an entrepreneur who started his life from India and doing multiple different businesses. So he's actually riding multiple tigers. Arijit Dutta, welcome to Riding Tiger.
Good evening.
Thank you so much for coming. I have a very simple question to ask. Simple question to ask. How did you started your life of entrepreneurship? You started just as a, you tell me your story.
If I tell my story, it's going to be rather long.
That's fine.
But I would say that I took life as it came. I did what I wanted to do, what I liked to do. That's how I took my life over these years. I started life thanks to Mom, Madam Hitler. First, join a company to understand how an employee wants to be treated, how an employee would want the boss to treat you, what the employee expects. That's why I worked in GC. After that, I came back into business. But somehow I want to do things differently. And that's how I handled my career in the film industry a little differently. Because I was not, film industry means I'm not really an actor. I'm in the business side. So, running the theatre, doing distribution of films. I think I was the first Hollywood distributor for Eastern India. Sony, Paramount, Universal, including UTV for a while for Ronnie. But I took things a little differently. I would say I was one of the 5 people. I'm not going to be modest, please. Because he's not asking me to be modest, so I'm not going to be modest.
So you don't need to be. Feel free.
Well, we were one of the 5 people which changed the marketing of films in India. There was Uday Singh, Muthuraman, Deepak Sharma, me, and Donkey's last, Vikramjit Roy, and me. Till then, film industry in India was ad in the papers about this film coming, some posters on the road, but we changed the entire scenario of what you mean today. Mean a 360 degrees marketing campaign, television, newspaper ads, newspaper articles, direct hit to the home, etc., etc. The first film to be marketed in India, I would say, is Striptease, followed by Godzilla, match up, just we think, guys, Stuart Little 1. And the first Bengali film which we did on this platform was Akjia Chikon. A lot of you all may not remember that film, but it was a 20 lakh film. Means in dollars, what would it be today?
No clue.
20 lakh means...
20 lakhs.
20 lakhs.
Okay. That's difficult. It's 80
Not
now.
80 now, sir. It will be 80,000 is 80,000. $10,000. Maximum $12,000 to $15,000. $15,000. And that film did a 18-week run, all 4 shows a day in every theatre it ran. That's what marketing did, and today the entire marketing scenario has been changed. However, we went through that process, but as I started losing interest in films or the film industry since the corporates came in. They have this standard operating procedures. Excuse me, no innovativeness. You cannot tweak this, you cannot tweak that. That's where the entrepreneurial spirit of mine went for a toss, where the film industry. Till then, till the corporates came in, I was really enjoying it. Tweaking, and everything was going fine. Since they came in, and of course, corporates, public money, nothing going out of the people's pocket who are sitting in the chair. Public money going out. Okay, so they took all the decisions. They superimposed SOPs. I started losing interest. Because again, as I said, money not going out of their pocket, public money. People.
So, Arijit,
you're just stopping me.
No. I'm just trying to understand. Is like when we are talking about becoming an employee, eventually joining the business, there's a sweet concept called team and employee.
Teamwork.
Yeah. So,
Nothing like teamwork.
how will you define the difference between a team and an employee?
See, teamwork is when the employer or your manager or, okay, let's keep the employer way above. You see, you're the head of the team. Of course, that head of the team also has to get motivated.
True.
Right. So, if the teamwork is great, you have a synergy of ideas, a synergy of activities, synergy of outlook. It works. See, even that manager has to have that, what do I say, that, okay, here I'm going to Bengali because I'm not being able to find the word in English
completely fine.
because of my rum which I'm having now in the hills. But that agroho to create a team which is going to perform. So if you get the teamwork right, you are done.
Enthusiasm.
I wouldn't really say enthusiasm, but I would say a little I'm not getting the right word now. But you get that right and everything is done. The synergy of minds, the synergy of activity, the synergy of proactiveness, exactly. The proactiveness makes things work. But again, your team leader has to be proactive too to get that team to work.
So, do you mean that when you are sharing about corporates and they're coming into movies, we completely understand that they are probably becoming more and more
Standardized.
doing things on their own standard basis. That is going to probably, maybe in your opinion, killing the creative aspect of an artist. That's your point, right?
Absolutely.
But when you put a structure in any activity, don't you feel that it becomes more and more...
No, again, let me tell you, I'm not blaming the corporates for putting an SOP in place, because when you're spread out over a large area, you have to have the SOP in place to run those places. There has to be controls, there has to be systems,
Right.
there has to be situations which has to be standardized to maintain a level of control for business or whatever it is. I'm not grumbling on that. But all I'm trying to say is, somehow that kills. If when an individual is working, he thinks differently, he tweaks things. But when an SOP is in place and a corporate is in place, it kills that. We've seen, see, even Hollywood has realized that. Trust me, because when I was doing the Hollywood films, they realized that also. So what did they do eventually? They, like what web series is doing today, they established or they contracted out to producers. Okay, you produce the film. We are agreeing to the storyline. The rest is yours. We are buying this from you. We are funding you, buying this from you. Still, there was a serious element of control from the point of view. No, ये face नहीं चलेगा. This situation नहीं चलेगा. ये minimum level चाहिए.
सो आपके हिसाब से फाइन ट्यून वहाँ पे होना चाहिए कि भैया जब मैं मनी इनकम कर रहा हूँ उस टाइम पे आप अपना काम करो, एंड व्हेन इट इज कमिंग टू द क्रिएटिव पार्ट, लेट द क्रिएटिव पीपल डू देयर ओन क्रिएटिव.
Absolutely.
So there you find a sweet spot between both the parties.
That sweet spot is very difficult to attain where a corporate is concerned. Because the people sitting on the top chair have a different mindset. Again, I am telling you again. Money is not going out of their pocket. That's the problem. The day money went out of their pocket, they would think differently.
So that's a beautiful point. So now let me ask you a complete different question altogether, which is not at all related to your
Films.
life story or films. Why you started a business completely different, which is in travel and tourism?
Again, it is connected with that because I did not want to be held down with the SOPs. So I said, here is a sector, travel and tourism or the hotel industry was also highly controlled with the SOPs, with let's say ITC, etc. It's corporate setup. I went out of that. That's why it was eco-adventure tourism where I could tweak. Where I could tweak. And the question is, because I've been brought up in the hills, I love the hills and the forest. So I could think differently. That's why my Purulia came in and where we are sitting today came in.
Sikkim.
Yeah. That's where it came in. Far away from the madding crowd. Very controlled inventory. Like this place has 12 rooms. Purulia has 10 rooms. Controlled inventory. Hopefully people come in who are like-minded. Like this time we have very like-minded people. I have people sitting here last evening. We enjoyed ourselves great, loved beautifully. Too many people means there's a crowd. I'm not very happy. Again, film industry comes in there. Used to working with crowd.
So you mean you want to work with the quality, not the quantity? Yeah?
Quality and like-mindedness.
Okay. And you run business out of passion.
Yes, I've always done. Whatever I've done out of passion, otherwise I won't do it at all. If I don't like to do it, I will not do it, irrespective of how lucrative it is, I will not do it. Because, me differ from a lot of y'all, I don't need the Mercedes. I don't need first class travel. I don't need 7-star stay. I don't need food which is given, which is probably a 20,000 buck dinner. I don't need it. I need to be happy. That's one.
That's your key of success. You need
Always
to be happy.
I need to be happy. If I'm not happy, I will not be able to do it.
True.
I will not be able to do it. I will not be able to tweak corners. I will not be able to tweak situations. I will not be able to, let's say, present it differently. If I enjoy it, I will readjust it as much as I can, as whatever it is, for the way I like it. And I'm 100%, there are thousands of people like me who like the way I present it.
But if I may ask another different part, you have been running businesses, you are probably into media entertainment, travel tourism, but we saw you as a model. We saw you as a person who walked in ramps as well. Why do you do that? Out of love? Out of
Fun. Simple fun. See, I said this innumerable times before. Life is one. Enjoy it. Who says what? Excuse the language, ladies and gentlemen. F it. Enjoy it. Live it. I don't believe in nirvana. I don't believe in rebirth. I have one life. I'm going to enjoy it. Who cares what anyone says? What I enjoy, I will do. What I'm ashamed of, I will not do. Simple. It's very clear. I'm very clear on that one.
But let me tell all of you a very different point of view. When he's saying about I, this I word is not actually becoming I word. To be very honest, I have visited his properties. I know him for long years. He's actually making things for we, not I. So when this I part becomes we as a structure, that creates great companies. That creates amazing team. But this is the time where always I go for a rapid fire round. So rapid fire is nothing. I'm gonna give you one word, whatever
Shoot.
comes in your mind, you need to just
Shoot.
Yep. White.
Gray.
Love.
Gun.
Nature.
My love.
Food.
Anything.
Hair.
Long.
Air.
Breathe.
Okay. Different part. Quick question. What is life for you? Not enjoyment, not I'm relaxing. In a deep level, what is life for you?
Live it. I said that before. Just live it.
That's it? Okay. Okay, now imagine a situation you are in a park, there is only one bench, no one else is there. And you have only one situation, it's sunny, breezy, amazing weather. You have to sit there with maybe one or two very close person or maybe a group. Whom would you like to sit with and what kind of discussion you want to have maybe for next 10 minutes?
Just depends. It just depends what is the group. See, it depends.
It's a diplomatic answer.
What depends on? It depends what the group. It depends. One person. Are you talking about a group? Are you talking about sitting alone? You tell me that first. Group. Then
Your
it's
choice.
part of my choice.
Yeah,
One person.
one person. Whom will it be?
That I will not say. Married is getting into trouble. No. So I'm not going to say this. Now am I going to say I'm going to sit with my wife? 20, 30 years of marriage. I'm not going to say, I can't say I want to sit with my wife like this on a single bench, out when I'm nobody there. I'm not going to be honest then. So I'm not even going to say who I want to be with. So that gets me into trouble.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Recently married, bacha hai, got a kid. My kid's taller than me. 30 years of wedding. I can't think after 30 years of wedding, sitting with my wife, all alone on the bench, sitting with nature. नहीं होगा, झगड़ा ही चलेगा.
Good. Thank you so much for coming this show and sharing this beautiful and different insights and coming from heart. Well, for me, it's pretty simple. Entrepreneurship cannot be taught in any management institute. I'm sorry, guys.
No, but I want to say something else. My career has been very different. When I started, I was president of associations. I was vice president of FICCI. I was president of Eastern India Motion Association for 2 years back to back, which had never happened before. And a lot of other associations, Bengal Chamber of Commerce, I don't remember even, ICC. So, what do people do? First they model, then they go to films, then they start doing business, then they go up ahead. Mine started that way, that side, then that side and business, I came to acting, then I came to modeling. My graph has been this way. Unfortunately, no, but I think I'm very fortunate. At least I'm living the entire stretch. Maybe the ulta graph, but I'm living the entire stretch and I'm loving it.
No comments, guys. It's actually end of everything. So squeezed and put it in a very simple manner. Thank you so much for coming once again. Let me finish this interview. It's been amazing, and
Pleasure's
I'm
mine.
honored that you are here and we're
Honor was
sharing the
mine.
same chair, same sofa in Sikkim in Temi. If you guys don't know his properties, I'm gonna put that link and definitely the name of their places. Feel free to visit, feel free to connect, feel free to communicate, and trust me on this. You're gonna enjoy something which is completely different than your daily lifestyle. Thank you so much.